Hello everybody, this is Robert Hollis, another video for you, and this title, like I said yesterday, is How to Destroy Your Life. How to Destroy Your Life. Now, as I go into this video, I want to add some things to it. It's like how to destroy your business, how to destroy a relationship, how to destroy yourself, you know what I mean? How to destroy virtually everything in your life. And here it is, you know, we always know that there's one group or another, right? But what we do is, you know, we have to exchange our expectations to appreciation. So you'll read all this stuff out there about, you know, how we got to come from a place of gratitude. And so let me really quickly go through some really quick philosophy that really changes people, and it changes them without they knowing it. And this will cause you to lose momentum in life or momentum in your business. If we're talking about business, this will, you know, stop your volume, and then your volume, you know, will take you to a place where you unrank, you know what I mean, and start dropping down ranks. And then you're trying to figure out how to get your mojo back. But this happens in everything in life. So let's start out at the beginning. When you start out at the beginning, you know, they each actually will call it like ignorance on fire. You know, so I want to stay really close to a relationship because, you know, at the beginning, you just have this random dream that, you know, wouldn't it be neat to find someone and I'd like to date someone and I'd like someone that admired me and that I could, you know, not be alone. I could just pour into them, right? And so at that beginning stages, when we're looking at something, we're just full of excitement. We're full of excitement and everything is awesome. They might do things in the relationship where you don't care. You could care less. You know, that person, you know, eats with their mouth open, or maybe they, you know, pass gas, or maybe they do something and it's cute. Look how cute that is. Another way that I could explain this is really simply as animals, you know, especially if you love animals. So when you get a cute puppy, the puppy has a tendency of going to the bathroom where it's not supposed to. It has a tendency of maybe biting your hand too hard. It might have a tendency to chew up everything, furniture, walls, everything. And what do we say? Oh my God, that's just so cute. That's so wonderful. And everybody around you is looking at this situation and going, oh my God, they're insane. You know what I mean? You know, I discipline that dog, I would do whatever. And what changes in our relationships, and get this, business is a relationship. The people in our organization is a relationship. And so when we first are in, and all we're doing is ignorance on fire, full of enthusiasm, whatever kind of, you know, teaching that you're listening to, you know, you're vibrating at gamma rays, you know, you're in the vortex, you know, you're in the zone. If you watch the movie The Soul, you know what I mean? You're just in the zone. You're just in the flow. Everything's going great. So when you're excited, and you're really focused on what this relationship is going to be like, or what this business is going to be like, magic happens. There's so many people in this world that I know that, you know, are one-hit wonders. You know, I love what Bob Proctor says, by the way. He said, you know what? I read Science of Getting Rich. I followed it. I listened to it every day. And before I knew it, I overheard people talking about, you know what would be a great business? A great business would be someone that actually cleaned office spaces. That's really needed in this area. And he bid onto it, hook, line, and sinker, all his faith, and just said, that's a great business, and created a multi-million-dollar business. Here's where things fall apart, is when you now start to figure out that magic. See, what you do now is you start nitpicking. You start tearing things apart. And what Bob Proctor said is, people kept asking me, how did you become a millionaire? And he says, I said, I don't know. You know, when you see right now, I'm watching the NFL playoffs. Why? I don't have a favorite team. I like watching the best of the best of the best play. You know, I grew up in drag racing, and you know, you get on the drag strip, you race to the end. If you lose, they wipe the number off your window. You go put your car on the trailer, maybe see you next weekend. But you know, I would spend all winter building a race car to prepare for the race season. You know what I mean? I was excited. I couldn't wait. You always hear people, I'm looking forward. So when we do this in a relationship, it's like magic happens. Why? Because just with enthusiasm and in excitement, we're sharing with the world. We're present. We're not thinking of the past. We're not thinking anything else about it's not working today. Just wait until you see the life that I create with this person or this business, right? So here's what happens. Then we start overthinking. And when we start overthinking and we get out of that bliss, that magic, that excitement, then we start trying to figure things out. Bad mistake. So if you're thinking about a relationship that you've had in the past, all of a sudden the things that they do are more than they don't do used to be okay. And now all of a sudden you're like, well, you don't do that anymore. You don't buy me flowers anymore. You don't do this anymore. We used to do this. And what you start doing is you start nitpicking the very relationship that used to make you jacked out of your mind. And you start finding fault. There's a statement I learned from my mentor, one seed of doubt and you're out. That faith and doubt they don't exist together. You either have faith of a mustard seed or you have doubt. And whatever one that you have, you're watering. Now, here's what we do as humans. I know that some of you believe or not believe in a thing called law of attraction. But a law of attraction very simply means is the things that we think about the most we attract. That's all it is. Some people want to put more stuff into it. So when you're constantly looking for good things, you keep attracting good things. When we start focusing on, oh my God, you know, the company ran out of this product, or oh my God, you know, one of my distributors called or affiliates called and said they didn't get their product, or when they got their product, it was late, or, you know, when they got their product, it was damaged, you know, oh my God, the sky is falling. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And when we start focusing on the wrong things, we believe them. So then this is the next step that we do. Now we need to think that we're not insane, right? Who wants to be insane? Nobody. So now you're saying, like, I wonder if this is happening to somebody else. So if you're in a relationship, now you're sitting around a bunch of guys or a bunch of girls and you start talking about your significant other, your husband, your wife, your children, and you go, oh my God, you know, are your children a nightmare? Oh my God, my children are a nightmare. Oh my God, my children are awful. You know, they don't do this, they don't do this, they don't do this, they don't do this. And then they do this and they do this and they do this. And then everybody goes, oh my God, my children too, or my spouse too, or my company too. And now all of a sudden, you got some people that are going, really? You know, did your checks go down? Yeah, mine did too. Mine did too. You know, I lost a rank. You know, I went from super affiliate, dropped down to 500. Oh my God, did you? Me too. What could possibly be wrong? Oh, I know what it is. It's my upline. It's my sponsor. It's the leaders. It's the owners. It's the company. You know, this product, you know, some of you, you know, don't have to listen to me, but some people will put so much focus on a product, and then one day people go, oh my God, CBD is everywhere. You can get CBD at the gas station. You can get CBD at you know, there's banners on the side of the road. There's CBD everywhere. You know, so now that CBD is everywhere, oh my God, everyone's got it. There's no market for it. There's no one out there. It's like CBD, that was a trend. It's gone. It's gone forever. And so what we do is we mentally validate our beliefs. We then become victims. If only if, fill in the blank. If only if, my spouse would do this. If only we would do this. If only we could do that. And what we do is we nitpick it apart so bad that we lose enthusiasm. We lose excitement. We now are neutral. No, you're never neutral. You're either going forward or you're going in reverse. And now what you do is, as you see this dropping and you didn't realize that you were doing that, and people are going, well, I didn't tell anyone in my group. You didn't have to. You didn't have to. People can tell whether you're genuine or not. People can tell when you're sincere or not. Whether you know that you feel or not, you do. Your instincts are like, oh my God, that person's not excited as they used to be. And then the next thing you see on the internet, they're saying multiple streams of income. Because I already built this team and it went up to here and now it dropped to here and now it dropped to here. I need to invest in everything but my business. I need to focus here. Or if you're dating, or if you got a spouse, well, my spouse doesn't understand me. They don't listen to me anymore. So I might as well start going out with my friends. And if I go out with my friends, maybe then I'll meet someone that will listen to me. And when I talk to them, they go, oh my God, you're so full of energy. You're so damn funny. Your earlobes look like Denzel Washington's earlobes. The people start saying nice things to you, and you're like, oh, this feels good. My boyfriend or girlfriend used to do to me that like that. My wife used to do that to me. My sponsor in the company used to give me so praise and recognition all the time. And so you just keep dropping your level, and you keep dropping your level, and you keep dropping your level. And then what happens? The next thing you know, there's some cheating going on. You're spending some emotional stuff not with the people that you're supposed to. If you're in business, now your energy's way low. So now someone calls you up, and they got the enthusiasm and the excitement of Aaron Parker. And they call you up, dude, what are you doing? And you're like, nothing. You got to look at this. This is amazing. I'm so excited about this. And you got to just look at this, and you're like, okay, I'll look at it. And all of a sudden you go, wow, these people are so excited. They're so enthusiastic about this thing. What is it? And then what you do is you get pulled right into it. You get pulled back into that excitement. Why? Because you got pulled into your last excitement. That's who we are. When you're running neutral, then all of a sudden someone's excited. You start leaning toward that. So then what you do is you go, oh, I'm going to lean into that. So, some of us have been through divorces. Some of us have had relationships that don't work anymore. Some of us have been in more than one company or listened to more than one trainer. People call me up, oh my God, have you heard of so-and-so? And I said, yeah, 30 years ago. But I was excited about personal development, and the only thing out there wasn't internet. I had to order a catalog from Nightingale Conant that they sent to me, and because people were financially hurting, you could buy a cassette tape from Jim Rohn, a cassette tape program, and pay payments on it. It was like those CDs that you get, hey, just buy one CD or one cassette tape or one 8-track tape for a penny. You know what I mean? What was that called? Publishers Clearinghouse or Columbia House or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. And some of you are too young going, I don't even know what you're talking about. What's an 8-track? What's a cassette? But my point is getting back to that is that all of a sudden you lose your mojo. You lose your momentum. You lose your excitement. Now everything is about you adding on. I have people within my group right now. If only Josh and Jenna did this. 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 When you start putting your life in somebody else's hands that is out of your control, you're going out of business. You're just going out of business. because the company only needs to do a few things for you. And NBC does way more than most companies. Some of you need a little dose of reality. Some of you know people that have gone to another company and they don't provide anything. They charge you yearly for your membership. They charge you for your back office. They charge you for every check you get. See, you're not grateful. You don't have appreciation for what we have. So now you're looking for everything outside. What's that phrase? The grass is greener on the other side. It's because the people that are excited are watering and taking care of their grass. Now, I'll leave you with this because I don't want to go on forever. Have I done this in my life? Over and over and over and over again. And what's weird is I don't even realize I'm doing it. So I'll put my head down, go to the top of the compensation plan, and then I sort of go, okay, did everyone see me? Did everyone see me get to the top again? Did everyone see all my awards? You know what? Now that they've seen how fast and quick I got there, they'll listen to me. Nope. They will not listen to you. And I had to learn that wasn't about me. That wasn't about me. That's about them and their journey. So without you realizing it, it's like if you were dating and you reached out to somebody and they said, listen, I'm happily married been with the same person for 39 years. I'm happy. I'm not looking anywhere. It's like, now you call up your upline and say, hey, I said exactly what you said to me, but the person's not interested. They're not interested because of you. Don't take it personal. They're just okay with where they are. And so we already know there's three groups of people out there, right? There's people that don't care and don't care to know. They're running on neutral. Then you got the other people that are jacked out of their mind. They're excited about what they're doing. Every time you talk to them, they're more excited about where they are because they get up in the morning and they understand how to be grateful and appreciative. I've had to do this with my wife, Terry. So there's times in our marriage and our lives being together for 39 years that I would voice and say to her, why don't we do this anymore? Why isn't this happening? Why don't you do this? And, I was going through my own journey, with spirituality and being involved in different churches and different ministries. And I'm like saying, hey, honey, why don't you come with me? And she's like, listen, that's not my journey. Well, why don't you love me? And why don't you support me? And, only if I had a supportive wife. I know that none of you have done this, right? With religion or whatever you're excited about, or maybe business. I hear all the time, oh my God, I'm so excited about the business, but my spouse won't support me. My parents, my sibling, no one will support me. Oh, woe is me. Right? So when you start realizing that the stuff outside of you, companies change, products change, products come and go. The companies that have 300, 400 products, they're finding what products work, and then they find the ones that are not, and then they discontinue. And some products might come on for a promotion, and then they didn't see that worked out right, so they changed it, and then they changed products. The opportunity is still the same. Sometimes they make enhancements in the compensation plan, but yet you'll hear somebody turn around and say to you, oh my God, that's a bad thing. Is it a bad thing? Oh my God, did you know this and this? Oh my God, the change they made is bad. But if you reached out to me and say, oh my God, they did this with the compensation plan right when the pandemic hit. Josh came out and said, you know what? We're going to allow people to get involved in our company during this time for free. And I was like, hallelujah! Thank you! And then there was other people out there. Don't give it away for free. Josh has lost his mind. He must be listening to the wrong people. You guys all know, don't you know, that if people won't put money in, they won't treat it serious. And they can't even tell you where they got that frickin' documentation for. It's flat out BS. Let me just go on that quick tangent. Netflix not only allows you to give your account to other people, Hulu, Amazon, Facebook is free, YouTube is free. Wow. What? Zoom. Zoom is free. How do these companies make millions and billions and trillions of dollars by giving their stuff away for free? It's the oldest sales technique in the frickin' planet. And some of you are not going to like this statement, but it's exactly what prostitution and exactly what drugs use to this day. Try it, you'll like it. You give people a sample of it. You get people to see what it's like. And when they see that other companies, oh my God, so now I'm in there and I'm using my parents' Netflix account and I'm doing stuff and I'm watching stuff. And then all of a sudden I was thinking, well, I'll watch this. I don't know what my parents would think if I watched that. You know what? I'm going to get my own account. They're not stupid. So instead of embracing a change that Josh would say, they got to talk behind Josh's back. Like you think that the universe is not just throwing a bunch of negativity towards your way. But I know Josh did this free thing, but don't listen to him. Shh. Don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. Well, why? Oh my God, well, I learned from coach so-and-so, and I learned from upline so-and-so that, if a person doesn't come in at the all-in Mamma Jamma $4,000 package, they're not serious. So when you realize that the people that are building this business and being excited about this business, if you learn what they're doing, the first thing they do is get their mind right. They learn how to be grateful and appreciative for the opportunity. They're more excited than they were when they first get in. I'm more excited about my future with MDC than I was when I first got in. And I know what you guys are all saying. You guys are all saying, well, if I was making your money, I'd be excited. You don't know the money that I was making before I got into MDC. Because I did that thing I just told you guys I did. I got involved in something that didn't excite me. I did it because of money. I built a brand because Tony Robbins built a brand. I created programs and wrote books because Brendan Burchard and Frank Kern wrote books. I look at their lifestyle and said, wow, maybe I need to just be a guru. I'll sell people my information instead of proving that I can do it. And it made me miserable. And because I wasn't looking forward to it, I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't attract the right people. I had some wonderful people that came in, but I never understood, sort of like certain religions, why they wouldn't invite anybody to it. So I had a bunch of people that loved me, and I loved them, and it was like I was going to church every Sunday, but they wasn't applying it. I messed up. It's not their fault. They shouldn't have been inviting people. They were on their own journey. If I wanted more customers, I should have got out and got them. I should have reevaluated what I'm excited about, think about all the things that I'm appreciative of. And if you guys noticed yesterday when I did why MDC, is because sometimes you have to go back and say, wow, look how great this company is and look how awesome it is. And I can rebuild my organization. I can go out and find people that are on the right journey and get them excited so they're in, that mindset of, wow, I have a way to be able to create a future for my family. No, what do people do? They get mad at the other people that dropped their volume, the other people that fell out of rank. And now you look down at these people and you go, oh my God, they left my group. They're not working anymore. I can't get them motivated. They're doing multiple things. I don't know. Maybe they're following their leader. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt. Sometimes, what wasn't it Michael Jackson that said you should look in the mirror? So that's why I'm getting re-excited. Instead of saying people won't listen to me and they won't watch my videos and they won't share my information, who cares? Get back in the game, start doing a video every day. You'll attract the people that you need, and you'll find the right people at the right time. That goes, oh my God, you're personally coaching me every day on video? Yeah. Oh my God, this is the answer to my prayers. When there's other people out there right now in different companies that would do everything in their power not to make sure that people knew me or understood me or get me to inspire them, get them to move into action. They'd rather be the deal. I'm not being the deal. I just need to do what I know. And so if you right now look at how many positive thoughts that you have about you and what you're doing and what excites you, or are you the person that constantly is looking for other people on what's wrong? And I'll leave you with this. It takes no talent to find something wrong with something, to find another thing wrong, to find another thing wrong. I just ask you to find one reason why you should. What would be the reason that you need to learn to connect with strangers, to build a connection with them enough to ask them to do you a huge favor? I know there's billions of people on this planet that need what I offer. They need what I offer. And so that's what you got to do. You got to get grateful for it. You got to get excited about it. And you're going to run into the last group of people that are just straight out haters. But they hate everything. They're always the people that find a problem with every solution. I did a YouTube yesterday and threw it up there, YMDC. And this guy left a comment and said, you know, why don't you just call it what it is? You know what I mean? It's network marketing. It's multi-level. It's making money off other people. Why don't you just say what it is? And I'm just like, wow. Do you think I commented back? No. Just bleep, remove the comment, move on. Stay in appreciation. Stay in gratefulness. Look at what you have. If you're having difficulties in your marriage, go back to look at the things that you fell in love with them about. What is the wonderful things they do? What is so great about them? A lot of people that I know go from job to job to job to job to job. Why? Because they get in. I'm guilty. Listen to me closely. I get in, I focus, and have a tendency of outworking everybody. Just how do I do it? Get there early. Take a short lunch or no lunch. Work late. And then all of a sudden I lift my head up and I'm going, why isn't anyone giving me any praise and recognition? Why isn't people mentioning my name? Why aren't people patting me on the back? Look what I've done for you. Don't you see what I've done for you? And you don't give me any acknowledgement. You don't do anything. I need to go find another company that will pat me on the back and make me feel good. Until I produce again. And then it happens all over again. And oh, wait a minute. Isn't that the definition of insanity? That you work, you put it down, you do what you want, and then you want everyone to tell you how wonderful you are? So in closing, learn this from Yellowstone. We'll call it, Yellowstone wisdom. When Rip looks at this kid that no longer has any parents, and he says, the day you realize that you don't deserve anything, you don't deserve anything. Learn to love yourself and go make a difference in this world. Stop waiting for someone to pat you on the back. The world doesn't deserve anything. And that's where people get upset, because there's this whole world of people that feel like the world owes them something. That their upline or the company owes them something. I have people in my group right now, and you guys know them by name. And they're like, well, the company doesn't do this, and the company doesn't do this, and they don't do this, and they don't say things about me, and they don't do this. And then I see the company really, really go crazy. The company will be so nice, they haven't produced in months, sometimes years. And they gave them praise and recognition. Give them a plaque, give them a trophy. Just tell the world how great they are. And they still don't go to work. Why? Because they already have set in mind. They don't know how to forgive the people that left them. They don't understand that people are on their own personal journey. You just replace them. There's better people out there that might stay in the company longer than you. So, story is you got to get back to stop looking at unrealistic expectations. Don't look for anything from anyone. And if it's to be, it's up to me. Find a way to re-excite yourself. I know that I'm going to master. I know for a fact that I told my wife today, is it possible to make $12 million a year? And my daily choice, it is. And I'm going to achieve it. Do I wish that people already in my group would go, I give up, I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to do what he tells me to do. Yeah, I wish that, but I can't count on that. Every day I get to look at my back office and go, wow. So I got to go find the new people that are going to take me to master. The people that look at this company with excitement and enthusiasm, like some people did when they first got in, when they were focused and you talked to them about the company and they were jacked out of their mind. They were so excited that they're attracting people, and people knew that they just needed to get excited and throw those people in front of that excited person, and then they got momentum and they start flying up ranks and start flying up ranks and start flying up ranks. And then what did they do? I've done this so many times in my career. My wife calls me out today. We go into management mode. We don't contribute anymore. We just manage the people, and they see us and they think they're a leader, so then they manage their people. And then you got supervisors that are managing managers that are overseeing people, and everybody wants everyone to do something. They just don't want to do it. And then the volume starts going down. Then the ranks start disappearing. And then the calls that we used to have and the Zooms that we used to have are not as exciting as they used to be. Going to another company, going to another boyfriend, girlfriend doesn't change that. Because what you'll do is you'll start nitpicking them apart. One day after you look at how many relationships you had and how many businesses you went through, you're going to find a common denominator, and that common denominator is you. But I got great news for you. You can change it. You can change expectations into appreciation. You can learn to focus on what's great about what you're doing. And you don't need anything in return. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I had it on my heart and I wanted to share it, because some of you can really change and alter the thoughts in your head, retell a different story. I'm retelling my story. I'm recreating, just like I've done in every company, I'm recreating my new MDC story about the present, not the story that got me in this business 30 years ago. I'm going to talk about the present and the excitement and where we can go. I'm not going to allow this opportunity to pass me by. So I'm here to help you. I'm going to do another video tomorrow. Honey, what video am I doing? Oh, if not this, then what? If not this, then what? Buy a business? Wow. I don't know. So tune up for tomorrow. I appreciate you. I love you. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed, let me be the first. Take care. Stop destroying your life. Bye for now.